Stamped her name on a one-way flight, chasing red earth daybreak, dust on her shoes, but her eyes so bright. Found a hill with a wide sky, said right here's where my roots can grow. Laid one brick, then another, turned that dream into her home. This is Kinza in the motherland, bare feet dancing on her own red sand. Got a house, got a heart, got a handful of...
Good morning, YouTube. It's your girl, Kinza Babe. I'm back out here, guys. Back out here in the morning. Sunrise. Early in the morning. Here at my farm in Ghana, Africa. That's right. Doing my regular morning routine. But I'm back at my bush tea. My basil is coming back, so I'm picking bush tea. But I picked some of the other one the other day, and I've been mixing it with my seasoning, which I should have come and picked some of these to blend with my seasoning. Yeah, I just woke up. My face, you could still see that I just, not too long ago, wake up. But I've been down here almost like, 30 to 45 minutes. So I have to get a bucket to put my leaves in, so I can make tea. So the next thing I'm going to pick is my passion fruit leaves. So the passion fruit leaves, I have a bucket. Let me go down here and show you. So since I'm having problems with my breeding, I've never done this. I might gotta come back down here later because they said to get like 1 or 2 flowers to put with it too. This is something new that I'm trying. I never know, and a lot of people don't know, that passion fruit trees acts like a natural, how to put it, like a natural anxiety relaxation medicine. Okay, it has the properties to help you sleep, to help you relax, help your airway for your breathing. So that's why I'm down here grabbing these leaves, because it helps with your, relaxing your bronchial muscles, so you could breathe better when it's tightening and spasming or whatever cause your asthma to flare. So that's what I'm down here doing, and it also helps you sleep, because sometimes at night, it's tough sleeping. So muscle relaxation, help with your shoulders, muscle tightening. It's a natural, what those medicine called, like Robaxin and those medicine for, muscle relaxers. I can't remember the scientific name for it, but the muscle relaxers, that's what I'm picking these for muscle relaxation, help sleeping, and help with your bronchial breathing. Oh, I just picked off a baby flower, but I'm taking the young leaves because the young leaves are always nice and soft and better. So, but you could pick any leaf. They never specify what leaves to take. And open flower. These flowers are old. I'm not going to take those. And the flowers here don't open until in the evening. So, I have a fruit. Out of all those that I pollinated, I didn't pollinate much. I did not pollinate much. And I probably have more fruit, but I don't see it, because I don't come out here in the afternoons as much like how I used to. But I see one fruit. I was wondering the other day, I passed here and said to myself, wait, I don't see any fruit that I pollinated the other day. It was just a few flowers. In order to get fruit, you have to pollinate a lot, because not all of them take. So I see one. There must be some in here, maybe another one also. But at least I see one fruit coming. I don't have anything to chase away the snakes, if there's snakes. So that's why I'm staying back and not digging in like how I used to. Okay, so there's that one fruit. Let me show you. But I have to get back down here pollinating, and what I'm going to start doing is freezing the fruit because I had a lot and I can't drink much because of my acid reflux. So it's high in acid, just like citrus. So what I'm going to do, look at those ladies in there chomping. You can hear them, right? The noise they make when they eat. But that's what I'm down here doing today, collecting leaves because of my breeding. But it's starting to slow down since the rain has subsided a little. It's not as bad. And I'm taking my regular medicine, inhalers. So that's it today. I just water all my plants and regular maintenance. But this is what happens to the okra. We're gonna come down and harvest the little that was left, and we're gonna leave the rest to dry because we're gonna make okra stew probably tomorrow. So we're gonna do one more small, the little ones, the ones that were coming. Yeah, these getting hard, like these ones we could still pick and make okra stew. That's what we're gonna do in the next day or two when these little ones grow up, because they lose their leaves when they're getting old and it's starting to dry. But those ones that are drying, we're going to plant all hair okra because some reason, I don't know why my maize don't come good here. That's why I burned the bush this time, because it needs some type of fertilizer. It's missing some type of natural nutrients in the soil, and I don't want to put down any artificial fertilizer. So what I'm going to do is just burn and burn and burn. Let it produce some phosphorus in the soil. I don't know the maize, what it needs to grow, what maize needs. I have to look it up. What nutrients maize need that it's probably missing. But Kofi said it's from too much rain. Now, I never hear anybody said that the maize don't grow well in too much rain. Because you see, that's when they plant maize in the rainy season, just before the rainy season, maize need water. But my maize didn't come. We plant a lot of maize and it didn't come. So only one time it came nice, like in this area here, some of them in that area, and then some down there didn't come. And down there has mostly water. So I guess they don't grow too well in too much water. So instead of trying to waste my time and money with maize, the okra grows well, so I just going to plant okra. And we have a customer for okra, so that's what we're going to do. And then over here would be peppers, because we have a customer for peppers. The maize is always handy to have here, because the one time that I did get some maize, we took it to the mill and they made banku flour and they made banku out of it. But I was trying to grow the maize to substitute some of the maize in my feed for feeding like my roosters and stuff, but they didn't come because I don't want to waste my good feed. And roosters, not waste, because the roosters bring income too, but still, I don't want to, I want to substitute feeding the roosters with other feed other than feeding them, because when they're mixing with the hens, they're getting good hen feed. So that's my goal with the maize. Anyway, I'm back out here on the farm. I haven't planted any seeds because the chickens are still going in there. I have to get that started. I'm going upstairs to get my gun because I have to do this. I have to close off here. These chickens are going in here. So let me go and see what I could do about the chickens getting in here. Guys, I'm expanding my nursery. My nursery is growing. I need space. The plants can't be crowded, so I bring it out. I didn't put any rubber down, which I should because I have been getting weeds. But I need to expand. So I bring the rocks out because I have to fill all here with plants. I need to give the plants room to grow, especially the trees. So that's what I'm doing here, trying to spread them out a little and also transplanting a few plants because they're getting big. This one here I have to propagate. I have to trim this because this is a shrub. If you don't keep it under control, it gets wild. I don't know how I'm going to prune this, but I have to prune it. So that's what I'm doing here. As you could see, it's getting a little more spacey. I move all the croton shrubs over here so I could let the big trees grow over here, and then I have a few more transplanting of trees to do. But I am trying to decide which tree I'm going to transplant. I transplanted a few of these, but these trees, I don't want to transplant them too much because I don't want them growing too big, okay? I have to plant more down there because I'm going to be making a bunch of guava drink and passion fruit drink. So that's my goal. I'm doing what I could do here. I did plant some more ginger, and then I want to, I think some of these turmerics are getting ready. They're growing out, and I could see that I'm getting turmeric. So I have to harvest some turmeric, and then I'm going to plant some more ginger. Yeah, I'm getting turmeric, so I need to harvest some of these soon. And then I'm going to fix this piece right here. That's what I'm doing. I have my little staple gun. That's what I'm doing here today. Expanding the nursery because it's growing. It's getting big. I even moved my passion fruit flower here. See, one passion fruit flower is opening. And it's growing. And it's growing. And it's growing. So this is where I'm going to plant a pear tree, but I'm going to have to cover it because the goats are going to get to it, like my other trees. This is where the good soil is. This is where I need to be planting. Over here has good soil. I need to plant over here. So what I'm going to do is cover it with net. Let me see them get to this same net that I'm going to put here for the chickens. I'm just going to cover it so they don't get to the leaves. The plants still should be able to grow. Because if I put this metal mesh, they're going to knock it over if it's not sturdy because goats are strong. They use the head. They use the head to butt things down, and they use the body. They climb. They're very destructive. So I'm going to use the net to cover it and let the plant grow that way. He's taking that plant down there. But I'm going to cover it. I need my pear tree them in the ground growing, but they keep getting destroyed. I'm over it. I think the goats eat that one. They were eating down to the knob. You understand me? You know, let's see. Somebody was eating this guava. You see, it's going to end up growing right here. I don't need no more guava. I have a lot of guava. Well, I need more in the ground because I want to grow some guava to make juice, guava juice. You want the one that I dig? The one that pound? Okay, I'll get it. I'm planting another avocado tree. Let's see if it's going to stay. So this is where I had the other avocado tree. It is gone. So now I'm going to have to put some stones around this one and cover it with net. This new one I'm planting. Guys, I'm planting another tree here. Today I'm going to try and plant some trees because I gotta get some of these trees in the ground. The next tree I might plant is a big almond tree. Because I need to get in the ground. That has to get in the ground. I have to see if it's going to grow. But that one grows roots out. It's a very fibrous roots tree. And I want to make sure they're spread apart enough. The avocado pear tree, it grows big too, but it's enough space in between. I think that's enough space. Now the almond tree, I have to decide where that is going to grow, because that's a big fibrous root tree. So he's digging a hole for another tree. I have 1, 2 are going to green. I have this guava, and then I have another guava growing in between there. Let's see. Let's get some of these trees in the ground today. The almond tree is going to grow big. That tree is going to grow big. The mango trees grows big. And I still want to keep this space for my farming and my if I want to put another chicken coop. Down here gets water. Down here is waterlogged when it's really rainy. Oh, I have some bananas, some plantains coming. And here coming. So I think I gotta do the almond up here someplace. But where? Guys, the reason why I don't want to plant trees everywhere is because, especially big trees, because of the rooting system. And you know, if I want to expand on my poultry, I don't want to have to dig these big fibrous root trees up. If you know how, the key with planting trees, and especially fruit trees and stuff, you have to know the rooting system. You know, people say, oh, you have the coconut trees so close to the wall. Coconut trees go close to the wall because they have taproot system where they're going straight down. When you're growing trees, right, you could tell by the branching the type of rooting system they have, or the type of branching by the rooting system. You understand what I'm saying? So if the tree branches outwards, you know they grow lots of fibrous roots. If you know a fruit tree or any type of tree that grows for shade and they grow big wide roots, you know the rooting system is going to be wide. They're going to grow fibrous roots, meaning they're going to run like, let me show you guys, long ways. They're going to run out like this. When you see a tree growing tall, like this tree and the coconut tree, you know the rooting system growing like this, okay? They're growing like this. Same thing with the plantain trees. You know they grow up before they grow out. So you know the rooting system, that's a taproot. This is the only illustration. Sometimes you need to do physical or, illustration. So this is my illustration. Taproot growing down like this. Trees grows tall up that way, okay? Tall up that way like this. Tall up that way. Taproot growing like this. When you see a tree growing wide roots, wide branches, you know the rooting system is like this. So sometimes shrubs, a tree grows more shrubby, like say this citrus tree. You know the citrus tree, how it's growing? It's growing more up like this. So the rooting system is going to be more like this, okay? When you see a tree, like that big tree out there, you know the rooting system gonna be more like this, okay? So you could tell by the roots gonna grow as far as the branches gonna grow as far as the roots. Let's put it that way. So this is how I plant my trees, because this is how I learn, you know, how a plant grows. So I know I could, and these are easily removed, like the papaya trees. So these I could grow and I could knock them down later because the rooting system is easy. But if I grow a big, like a mango tree, the rooting system is like this. I can't go that close to my wall. I can't go that close to my building because it's going to get in stuff because the branches. Okay, so I have to be very strategic in how I'm going to plant my trees and develop the rest of my property. Okay, so that's what I'm doing today, planting. Not too deep, Kofi. Not too deep, okay? Because they have the it's gonna be too much. So should I plant the tamarind tree here or another avocado tree? If I plant the tamarind tree there, it might be too close to those other trees. So I have to think. I have to go down there. I have a cashew tree, grows big. I think I'm gonna plant the tamarind tree down there somewhere and plant another pear tree here, avocado tree. With a papaya trees growing is okay because it's not going to break my wall. It's not going, the rooting system is not going to break my wall. So that is okay growing there. I could remove that anytime. This tree is what I'm worried about because look at the branches. Look at the branches, how it's growing. That tree, I'm wondering if I should put them in the ground to the ackee tree. Because that's a shade tree, it grows big. But this one is going to grow big, so that's what I'm thinking where I'm going to plant it. Okay, I'm thinking because I just transplanted this pear tree, so I can't plant this one. As I decided to plant the ackee tree here instead because I had just transplanted that one avocado tree, the one pear tree. So this ackee tree has been trying to grow, and we need to get it in the ground. Wait, let me help you. So that was a perfect hole for this tree, so you could just throw that dirt back on. So today I'm planting some trees. Today is plant tree day. Today is Sunday. We're working, but it's okay. I'm hoping these trees could last here. So we planted the ackee tree instead of another pear tree because I had just transplanted one of those pear tree into another container. So down here, I'm going to plant the tamarind tree. I will bring some stones so we could know it's a tree and cover it. But this one, they don't eat this one, so remember this is ackee. So I plant one ackee tree. Sorry, my camera is upside down in the ground. And then I have another one here. Hopefully this starts to grow. And that one there. And then I don't know where I'm going to plant. See, I had just transplanted this tree here, so that's why I didn't want to plant this one. But these Allegheny greens, I have two. I have two Allegheny greens. Where I put the other one? One of these I want to plant. Let me plant this one because this one didn't have enough soil. Sorry for the fingers, I'm thinking. Guys, I'm going to plant this one. The pomegranate, this should be starting to produce soon. I need a pomegranate in the ground. That's why I have to think before I transplant and what I'm transplanting, what I'm doing. Pomegranate is a shrub, so the pomegranate is going to grow out and bushy and not too tall. It's probably not going to even grow tall as the citrus. You know, it's not going to be tall. It's a shrub. So this one I need to plant. While Kofi is digging a hole, let me show you. This is the plant I'm taking down. It's very heavy. How I know this plant is a shrub versus a tree that grows. You see these? You see how the branches growing? This was one seedling. It's not more than one. And it's growing multiple branches here instead of one straight branch. This is a shrub. It's going to be branchy, not growing tall. Like the, for instance, that olive green to green. You see how the olive green to green is growing? They have one straight trunk, and this one has multiple trunks. I'm giving you guys a lesson today while I plant my trees. Okay, this is more a shrub, guys. This is more a shrub. Look at the branches. Okay, so we pull it out. You know, we have to tap on the sides. We don't want the roots to break, especially the main roots. You know, that tells you that the plant needs to come out the container. It wasn't fully root bound, but it was starting to get root bound. Time to go in the ground. And that's what stops the plant from growing. So we need the plant to be, when we want to keep it confined and keep it stunt from growing, it could still grow and produce fruits in a container. When you want it to grow big, you gotta get it out and produce bigger branches and bigger fruits. So what I did here is I put a bigger tree here, not so big and fast growing tree. This one is going to grow faster. And then I put a shrub here. So when this get big and cover, I still have a pomegranate tree in here. And these citrus trees not going to grow too much bigger. They're going to grow a little more bigger. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to grow my trees strategic. Okay? And still be able to farm here until I'm ready to expand. My spirit keep telling me to plant the tamarind tree today. And I think I'm going to plant it down here. I'm going to plant it down here. Right? Not too close to the borehole. Over here. Yep, where I had this tree plant. Oh, this is the, oh jeez. This is the cashew. So you can't be too close to the cashew. I don't want it too close to my borehole, my pipes. I think I'm gonna put it here. Here. This is where I'm thinking. Kofi, one more, okay? One more. One more. This one is a big tree, so I don't know where to put it. It's huge. It grows big. Let's put it around here. It's too big, too big, too big, too big. So I don't have to move it. Yes.
You have to watch it.
Yeah, so it grows.
One breeder.
It big grows big. And I don't want it to grow too close to the borehole. So I might thinking I might put it up here somewhere. But I don't want it. Yeah, maybe up here. It's too big. It grows big, big.
This is King's Heart in the motherland. Oh, bare feet dancing on her own red sand. Oh, got a farm, got a flame, got a fearless heart span. Oh, she shines. Every sunrise, right a brand new land.
Yeah, around here.
Waiting in the soil to find. Kings are in the motherland.
Yeah, put it. Can you put it here? So I'm putting a tamarind tree in the ground. Finally, guys, I'm putting this tree in the ground. For who don't know what tamarind tree is, I don't know if it's going to put out tamarind, but I have to look up if the I forget what the term is where you call it when they produce on their own, asexual or something like that. I can't remember for plants what it is. I'm trying to think. My brains is getting up there, and it's been years since I studied this stuff. So anyway, I know this is a big tree from how it's growing. Look at the trunk. Look at the branches. This is a perfect example of a shaded big tree who has fibrous roots. A mango tree grows like this also. So I have to watch how I plant in mango trees, how I plant in big trees. Okay, I'm planting it not too far from not too close to the wall. Like my planting trees could go close to the wall. I know that because of how their root system grows. They're not going to tear up the wall. A coconut tree a little farther away from the wall, but it could still grow around the wall. This tree, I have to give it room from the wall and from the other trees that is going to grow big. I want some shade back here. So say for instance, I build another structure here, that would be the backyard and this would be a shaded tree. You guys understanding how I'm planning this. So that's why I'm planting a tree in a location, that big shaded tree. Here I go. I want to show you guys. I'm moving my tamarind tree. Finally, people keep saying, the people from the islands who watch me, why you don't plant a tamarind tree? Well, look, I'm taking and I'm finally planting this tamarind tree, okay? So I'm taking it over to the location. I like to explain what I'm doing. I just don't like to do things, you know. And feel free to come with your advice and criticize, good, bad, I don't care. I just need to plant my trees, and this is my reasoning for planting trees. I just don't plant them, and that's why I wasn't planting them. I was keeping them in containers, and I also produce the plants for other people who is moving and building that wants some nice healthy looking trees. This one I planted from seeds, so I'm planting it here. And let me show you what I'm gonna say. They're too close, they're too close. They're not too close because of how I know the rooting system grows and how the plant grows. I had an avocado tree before. I don't know some of these avocados. Some of them trees could get really big. This one is not going to get much taller. It might get a little taller, but they're not going to grow huge. It's a shrubby tree. It's going to grow, and then the branches are going to get a little branched than this. So these two is okay growing like that together. Then this one is going to grow up some more before it branch. The soursop is going to grow up some more before they start to branch. This one is going to go up some more, and it's branchy because this is a shaded tree. And this one is a shrub. This one is a shade. This one gonna grow huge, okay? Look at how it's growing. You could tell, I show you the difference between the shrub. So I'm trying, and this one is a shrubby tree. So this is how I planted my trees. Down there is waterlogged. I have to be careful. And down here is where my borehole is. I don't want to put a fibrous root tree that is going to grow out. The sugar cane is growing on it perfectly. This rainy season, that sugar cane was full and sweet. That's a perfect location for the sugar cane and for the we call that thing, contumely. So down here is more for contumely, sugar cane, and that type of stuff. We tried to do a nursery here, and one heavy rainy season, it got waterlogged. We know not to do nursery here again. So now we're going to take this container off, and then I'm going to replant trees in these containers. Guys, the tamarind tree is in the ground. It's close to the trash, but that trash is not always going to be there. That trash need to burn, I know. It's okay. It takes work, okay? We burn a lot of this area. We have more burning to do and more cleaning to do, one day at a time. Me and Kofi pulled these out the container and planted them. Now I'll go and get some stone. But reuse, 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 reuse. I need containers. Listen, it ain't easy to keep up with all this work here on a farm, okay? And I could only do it one day at a time, but it's coming, okay? Maintaining this grass and these weeds is not easier unless you have continuous help. So I expand my nursery and fix it, and now I plant some trees. Guys, I want to stop here. I haven't been saying this for a while, but let me say it now. Comment, subscribe, watch my video all the way to the end. You know, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It helps me in reach my goal of 5K subscribers, and help support me here in Ghana, Africa. I'm out of bread because I'm back and forth taking trees. I just lifted a big tree, and now I'm going to take some stones down there. Support me. I'm asking you kindly to subscribe to my channel and help me reach my goal of 5K subscribers. I'm very close. I'm like 400 subscribers away. Help me get out there. I can't post like how I used to, but I do post. And when I do post, I post very informative stuff, okay? Not just fun. I post a little everything. Fun, education, life here in Ghana, lessons learned, struggles, everything. So follow my journey, okay? It's a journey. I'm not no big content creator. Maybe one day, who knows, you know? What God have in store for me here in Ghana. So kindly watch and support me here in Ghana, okay? So guys, I dumped the soil that I had there that I started planting seeds. I'm going to start some more seeds in these containers, but I want to remix it with the manure and the other soil along with the charcoal before I start planting seeds. Time for me to start some more seeds. I've been putting it off. I put some flower seeds in here, so when this grow these flowers, and I'll take them out and replant them. You know, I started flowers in here. Let's see if they come, because they came from the States. I don't even know if they're going to come. Let's see. But now I made some room in my nursery. I have to move around some trees. this side has too much trees now. I have to move some over on that side and get some other trees planted. Now we are closing off. The super shady is here now, and we are closing off this area to start my nursing. I need to nurse some plants, but the chickens, these little ones, Kofi tied here because I want to come and sleep up in my room. But you need to get inside. So guys, we're still down here.
Yeah, they can't pass.
Okay, they could dig though, that's it.
They can't pass.
Okay, we'll put a stone there in that corner. I can't lift no more today. I hurt my back lifting them trees. So now I have a back to nurse, right? I should have keep my butt still and not lift these things. And let this young guy here lift these things because now my back. Kill a snail. You're gonna eat my trees. Guys, if you're following me and what we're doing here, we're closing off this nursery. So the chickens come and they dig in here. Look at these holes that they already dig. And I'm getting ready. Remember I was planting here. I put manure and everything here. You could see that I put the charcoal ash. So I'm digging a hole here so we could put this here, and this is gonna be our makeshift door. We're gonna put one piece on the one side, one piece on the next, and then we open and close this area as a door here to keep the chickens out, especially the one pesky little chicken that is not ours, but we cut it and tie it up there so it don't be going up in the deck pooping. So we're making a little door. It's nothing fancy. Pong it some more in, shadow. Super shady. Pong it some more in.
No, it's too short. So.
Yeah, but I don't want it to fall.
I want to step down. Oh, this one.
Oh, it's too far. Ain't too far? I want it to stay in these nails and this. Okay, too far away though. We need to be closer.
You need something that you can easily do like this.
Okay. Guys, I'm using what I have here because this is not going to be a permanent thing here. If we were doing something permanent, then I would spend money, but I'm not spending money on something that, might be knocked down in a year from now, 2 years from now, who knows, 1 year, maybe 6 months. Because this part, I might expand for poultry. Or some type of other animal. So right now I'm using it as a nursery. Makeshift nursery. You guys know how I like to plant seeds, nurse plants. And it has a few tomatoes coming. But that's not how I want them to grow. I want a lot so we could plant down there or up here.
You need to leave.
Nails? Maybe. So we make a little lock to keep that in. Okay guys, this is a makeshift, okay? So we turn it. That's what I tell you, if you put 2 nails, you ain't gonna turn. Only 1 nail. All you're gonna do is break the wood. Look at the end of that thing up there come out. We gotta go up there and fix that good with good rope another day because going up there is another task.
So right here's where my roots can grow. Lay one brick, then another. Turn that dream into a home. This is Kinza in the motherland.